Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Number 12 in green and gold coming out to lead the Packers. Of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Last year for Rodgers, despite the young receiving core, despite the nagging injuries, despite the removal of his head coach, better than 4,400 passing yards, the second highest total in his 14 NFL seasons. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
Wide receiver Devontae Adams has become a fantasy player's dream. The last 3 years, he's been in the top 10 in touchdowns each and every year. And what a 2018. His first season over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns scored, and the second most catches in Green Bay Packers history in a season with 111.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, here we go.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
On second down, Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott. This to Jarwin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his 2nd year. But he's really on the uptick. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown out on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, the first defensive back taken in this year's draft. Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. From the right hash, this from 48. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. We're scoreless after 1. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Maher able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man. It's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. On second down, it's Elliott. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Rodgers will try again on second down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick loop.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Montrevious Adams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. Kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The sack by Robert Quinn. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Rodgers now to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
On the counter, Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of 1 yard brings up 3rd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Allison. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He's back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and it's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that score should be the proverbial icing on the old cake.
What kind of cake?
I go white cake, peanut butter frosting.
I like the way you think, and I think they may celebrate with exactly that cake when this game's over.
I'm going down to the locker room. Marr on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right?